Testing 1 2 1 2. This is Miss Lady S coming up in the crew. What you want to do?
Whoa.
Me or you?
Yo.
Let's ask the Q. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I like that.
That's what we doing.
That's what we doing.
All right. Then I'm around.
We already starting. This ain't right. This ain't right. All right.
So we're going to go for like, what, 30, 35 minutes? And then
Yeah, I guess. Look.
Yo, 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 yo.
What's up?
Oh, my God, y'all.
Oh, my God.
Trust the process with Shaka Khan.
Trust it.
And who else would I have up here with me? But wait a minute. I made an introduction for you.
For me?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
What's up? What you
All right.
got?
I'm about to tell you right now.
You got an intro for me?
I do.
Like you wrote one out?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me be humble, guys. You know that's hard for me to do, but let me be humble.
So, right, on today's show, right, we have my childhood friend, sister, a.k.a. the Sniper,
Oh.
a.k.a. Taylor Drive,
Oh.
caring, trustworthy, understanding, compassionate, selfless, funny, and loyal to her core. Miss Shanita Allen
Wow.
Hicks.
Thank you, baby. Well, let me just say this. I'm honored to be on your show. I'm honored to be a part of something that you told me 2 years ago, if not
Talk
more,
about it.
that what you were going to do and that you would have me, look at this, that you would have me here and you're doing it and we're here.
We are.
I mean, if that's not manifestation, I don't know what is.
Talk
and
about
I just
it.
want to tell you I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. I am proud of you, baby.
Thank you.
And I have never once doubted you.
I know you didn't.
Okay, let's get into it.
That's why you my sniper.
Wait, hold up. No, I ain't gonna do that. This is for television. But let's do it.
But anyway, y'all, me and Shanita, we go way back. I've known Shanita and I known each other way before we was even thought of our parents, our best friends to this day. I cannot call Jeanette. Jeanette be like, now Shaka Khan, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Don't talk about my friend.
Don't talk about my friend. I be
Donna
like,
Jeter.
but Jeanette. Shaka. All right, let me just go back over here to my friend over here, Shanita. Because this is the one who I could just talk to about anything, you know, so.
And don't get it twisted. I get calls from Donna, too.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Family.
We
but family, respect, love, history.
Yep.
And it is definitely to the core. So
To the core.
I'm going to pay homage to you, Shaka Khan, because you deserve it. With a name like that anyway, Shaka Khan.
Thank you.
Come on, baby. And Shanita.
How many times?
Oh, my God.
How many times you had to be an alibi for me for my name? Can you count?
No, absolutely not. Like, no.
I'd be like, this is my friend, ask her. And they'd be like, who's she, Anita Baker? I'm like, no. Nobody wants
Her
to
name
be my...
is really Shaka Khan.
But
Like,
you-
really, all those letters, really, those enunciations, those vowels, all that.
All
That
that.
is really her name.
Ella, A. You know, nobody wants to be the alibi no more. They like, Shaka, I don't want to be part of your shenanigans no more. If they ask you if your name is Shaka Khan and they don't believe you, just let them
Just
go.
whip out the license.
Just go.
Ah.
Just don't get me involved. But yeah. So I'm excited too. I'm excited also to have you on this show because our history, childhood history, and things of that nature. We just got so many memories.
Trenches, man. We in there.
Ooh, we got decades. Me from Taylor Drive.
We homegrown.
What?
I used to always tell people, and they were like, you know, you have 2 sets of friends or 3 sets of friends or however. And they were like, okay, well, where did this group fit in? I'm like, no, those are my sisters. Those are my home girls. Those are my day ones, 3rd grade, 2nd grade, Black Rock, Longfellow, you know, Bassick. You know, those are my homegrown. So
Yeah. We used to walk the Bassett.
we used to walk to Bassick. We used to walk to UB. We used to walk everywhere. We didn't have cars. We didn't have no money for no cars.
We
Hell.
walked everywhere.
I think we used to walk to Marina. We used to walk to
We walked everywhere.
South End, East Side. We had legs then.
What? Now it's like body yaddy 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 yaddy. She said body yaddy yaddy, but let me tell you something. My hip bone's connected to the a hardy har. A skippity dabble. Yo, I need a nurse every weekend.
Look.
Every weekend I need a nurse.
It's something. It's something being
Pills,
40, right?
it's a challenge. Everything a challenge.
I rub hydrocortisone on my feet because I refuse to give up my heels. And I'm going to tell you why I refuse to give up my heels. I mean, they're sexy. They're beautiful.
They are.
And they are really the catalyst for women.
Yeah, they are.
And a lot of people just give in and be like, nah, man, we doing the flats now. We in our 40. Like, nah, man, I'm not doing that. I got a whole collection.
Yeah.
I'm going to hydrocortisone. The reason why I go to the gym is to keep these legs healthy.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up my heels. I
didn't give mine up either, but if I'm going out, I'm stepping out. I gotta pay the price the next day.
Yeah. I paid the price a couple of times. Ankles all bruised up and swelled up, but you know what? It costs to be great.
Costs to be the boss around here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna get into some questions, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Some Q&A. We're gonna give y'all a little bit of Q.
Some Q&A.
A little bit of A, and a little bit of transactions here. What we got? What's good?
So, all right, let me see. All right.
She got a whole list of them too, guys. I mean, I didn't study them, but I hope I do right by all y'all too, as a guest on Shaka Khan's Trust the Process.
Your energy is just amazing. So you're not gonna fail this. You got this.
I got this.
Straight A's.
Ooh.
All right. So my first question, right? What is one of the biggest regrets you have had in life?
Regrets? What are those?
If you don't got none, then you don't got none.
No. Regrets are a life sentence.
They are.
Honey. They really are.
I like that.
They are a life sentence. Who wants to serve that? Not I. I don't have any regrets only because it's my story. Like I was just telling you earlier before we came on, it's my story. It's my journey. These are my experience. It's personal to me. And why would I regret any of it?
Right. There's a lesson in there.
There's lessons.
So there's never regret for nothing.
No, absolutely not. I mean, that's a hindrance to call them regrets. Would I change anything, tweak anything? Maybe. Had you asked me this when I was in my maybe early 20s or late 30s, I probably had a whole duffel bag full of them for you. But that's out of ignorance.
Yeah.
Now that this well-seasoned age of 49.
You can't be the butterfly without the caterpillar.
I have learned that, those are experiences that were meant for you, meant for your journey, meant for you to expound on, meant for you to teach other people who are willing to learn from them. So, no, I don't have any regrets. I mean, I love my life. I love where I'm at in life. No regrets. Nothing.
I don't have none either.
Good. You shouldn't. Why?
No, I don't. I mean, probably, like you said, when I was younger, I probably used regrets so I could be the victim.
Well, that's another thing, victimization. Some people get addicted to that.
Yeah.
Some people get addicted to the attention. Some people get addicted to, everyone coming to them.
Yeah.
Like, I never wanted to be a victim. I never, ever wanted to be a victim because, again, that you're powerless.
Yeah. And you heal to be bitter, not better. So I was healing.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Rewind. What'd you say?
You cannot heal to be bitter. You got to heal to be better.
One more time.
You cannot heal to be bitter, but you got to heal to be better.
That's it. End of discussion. No post needed. No comment.
Yeah.
I agree. 100%.
When you take accountability and what did you do to contribute to it, because you can't salsa by yourself. It takes two to tango.
Exactly. You have to take accountability for your role and everything that you've done in life. Whether you knew, educated about it or not, it was still choices that you made and you had alternatives.
Yep.
So again, regrets are a waste of time. A waste of time, a waste of time.
If you regret anything,
fix it. Figure it out.
Fix it.
Should be no regrets.
No, at all. I agree with that. Okay.
That was good.
That was a good one, right? can you be any age for the rest? Let me say that. Can you be any age for the rest of your life? Right. Which would you choose? Which age would you choose to be stuck in for the rest of your life?
If I had to choose.
If you had to choose, which age would it be?
Well, if I had an option, I wouldn't choose because I want to keep growing and I want to keep learning and I want to keep developing and I want to keep moving. But if I had to choose, I would say now at 49. You know, I've come into so many different aspects of life and the journey and the process and trusting the process and downs and ups and alls, arounds and all that stuff that at 49 it all makes sense.
Yeah.
It all makes sense. It's all in perspective. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm attempting to do, you know. So I think right now this is the best part of my life. I'm happy. It shows. I glow. You know, we're doing big things. I mean, look at you for crying out loud. And how old are you?
48.
You still ain't catch up yet.
I used to want to catch
You
up.
threatened to catch up a long time ago.
I
You
used
said
to
to me,
wanna
I'm
catch up.
catching up. You still...
I've been catching up, trying to catch up. I said I'm gonna catch up to you. You
You
graduated
did.
before me.
You used to say this all the time.
No.
Graduation,
When
that
you
never
left
happened.
me at Longfellow and you went
did.
to Bassett, I felt abandoned. So I'm like, I gotta get to Bassett.
Bassett.
I got to Bassett.
That was the goal, y'all.
Right, but I got the 9th grade. You got the 10th grade.
Yeah.
But
you were
at
trying.
at least we was in the same vicinity, right? We was in the same school. I didn't see you at Longfellow.
Right.
I felt
Really left
all
out.
by myself. Y'all left me. You and Cookie, y'all left me.
We did. But once we got to high school, you know, we brought you all in. But yeah, I think 49 for me is where I want to be and where I would probably reluctantly choose to be for the rest of my life because I don't know what 50 gonna bring. I don't know what 51 gonna bring, 52, 53. Like I'm excited about all that stuff. Like I'm ready to get it in. Like really. I'm an empty nester. The kids is out the house. Okay, I got one married. I got the other one with his family. Okay, only thing we got left is the little one. She's 15. My husband's daughter. And once she's done, man, the sky is the limit after that, man.
Fireworks at Disney.
Yeah.
So for me, I did pick a number.
Okay.
And I picked 21.
21? 21, can you do something for me? What you gonna? Why 21?
21. I felt like, yes, I'm grown. I'm finally legit. I can go to the club now. I don't gotta use your ID. I ain't gotta use nobody else's ID. I was legit. And I don't know. It was just something about that year 21 where I felt free.
Okay.
You know, like I'm like I got a chance to, you know,
get into
hang out,
it.
go to Tipton's, see, you know.
Wait, hold up. You said what?
Tipton's.
This old school right here. Go to where?
Tipton's.
Yeah, that was the joint.
I used to be so scared all the time.
Who ID was you using to get
everybody's?
I used Twanette's.
I used Taik's. I
I'm
got
gonna
caught
put it
with
out
Taik.
there. Yeah, you got caught.
I got caught.
They kicked you out?
Cause Taik, she wasn't. Her swag was. I don't know what's wrong with her. She ain't even pass it like a Kobe hook or nothing. She just.
Wait, hold up. You try to use the same ID after she used it?
We practiced this before we got there. And she was supposed to, you know, like.
Hand it off. Like the baton, like in
police
racing.
officer caught her.
Yeah, like.
Caught me.
Maybe it wasn't the handoff. Maybe it was the tape. Maybe you fumbled.
I don't know.
Well, either way.
We both.
You got rejected that night.
Yeah, I got rejected that night. And you know, the rule was, listen, you the one who want to still come up here so you get caught. You know what the rule is, right?
You got to go sit in the car. Why they have a good time? Womp, womp, womp.
Terrible. But then I turned 21 the next week, so I was ready for him.
Okay.
I'm like in my Drake voice.
What you went up in there like?
Remember? Bow. I said, officer, I'm gonna be 21 next week. Go. Bye. You can't get in.
Not even with the name Shaka Khan alone.
No, he was so through with us. He was through with us. I was like, I wish he. on the law, I wish we'd have kicked Taik out because this was a teamwork,
Right, exactly.
And that was
Well,
the driver, so then I wouldn't even have to wait.
Yeah.
That was just me thinking selfishly.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But
that didn't
I
happen.
never tried to use someone's ID that was still there. Like my cousin Toinette had an extra ID, like a expired ID sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I used hers a couple of times, and I ain't never get, busted
I was
or
using the same.
rejected.
I was desperate. I ain't prepared myself, so I was so mad.
You were so 21 because you felt free,
I felt free.
because you were able to explore, you were able to pull off the 18, 19, 21 is your best year.
And I started to dress more like a lady, like
Because you never wore heels.
I never wore
You
heels.
always wore
But when
flats.
I
You
hit
said,
the-
I'm already tall. I'm too tall. And I'm like,
was
chocolate,
I
you
was
got the
insecure
physique.
about that.
Very, very. I used to have to try to tell you, like, this is a model shape. You got the height. You got the structure. You got the look. Like, girl, throw some heels on. You like, I'm already tall. Like, nah. So you
I
wore
felt
flats.
like giant.
Yeah, and then you started wearing the little princess heels.
Mm-hmm.
And you felt how that felt on top of the world.
Then I leveled up.
Come on.
And then I leveled up.
Uh-huh.
And then I leveled up.
Yeah, yeah. Then you realize the power in that thing. You see why I go to the gym for these
It's trouble.
knees?
Heels is trouble, man.
Yeah, they is.
Because it just give you this walk. It just give you this.
Like a camel.
It's not good. It's dangerous out there when you go out there.
And you know it, and they know it.
Yes.
So,
And I can't be missed because I'm 6 feet at this point in heels.
Yeah,
Can't be missed.
can't be missed. Why would you want to be, though? Why would you want to be? Why would you want to shrink yourself? Like, why? For who? And what's the purpose of shrinking yourself?
They used to always call me they used to call me the well-dressed number 2 pencil.
Well, you were very, very skinny. Like, you were
I think
really...
it traumatized me.
You were toothpickish.
Yes,
But
ooh.
after, you had the baby, them curves started
Telling you.
knocking in. Like, the waist.
Body rocking,
and you knew
rocking.
it. You knew it because you started flaunting it.
Because I was happy I got a little weight on me.
Yeah, had some weight. Got
Started
the
wearing
boobs,
pocketbooks.
The
Boobs
whole
was out.
nine. But you were so cute.
Thank you. We
Yeah.
were both cute.
I know.
Remember?
I remember.
This
Do
is
you remember
this is a throwback.
the time?
A throwback question I ain't throwing here, but Shanita used to make our outfits.
I was the stylist for the hood.
She was the stylist for the hood, and we was still our parents' sheets.
Yeah, yeah.
And she would make us the MC Hammer pin.
And that Queen Latifah
Queen
hats.
Latifah
Don't
hat.
forget
Remember
that.
the hat?
Yeah.
Oh man!
Out of
remember that?
anything that you brought to me, you ain't have to go to.
My mother like, where them damn sheets at?
you didn't
I'm
have
like,
to go to Davidson's.
I don't know where the sheets at. I don't know.
You didn't have to go downtown to Davidson's to
No.
buy no material.
Not
Just bring me
Davidson's.
Davidson's, because I used to. Davidson's was the. But I said, listen, we are in a low income community,
We were.
so a lot of us didn't have to go to Davidson's and buy a yard or two. Yeah. So bring your sheets. Whatever sheets, just don't let your parents know. Bring your sheets on over here, and I'll get you those MC Hammer pants. I'll get you the Queen Latifah hats. I'll get you the jacket to match. I mean, I'll even put some material on your shoes, baby.
My favorite one that you did for me was and I got in trouble for this too.
What?
I gave you my Annie sheets.
Wait, those was the good ones?
The Annie sheets.
Oh my God! But
I gave you my
rocked
Annie.
it, though.
I did. I was styling on them. It was worth getting the beating. My mother told me up.
Yes, I
Because I had twin beds, so I took one of them, and now I can't.
So did you explain what happened to the sheets, or she saw you wearing them one day or something?
When she found out, I just fessed up, and that's why I got a beating.
So my mom sewed and sewed. I come from a family of sewers and stylists and creators, and they created, and so I had no choice but to get into that type of stuff. So when I started, I went to home economics in Bassett. Who was our teacher in home economics at Bassett?
You wasn't in home economics in Longfellow with Miss McNeil?
Well, Miss McNeil. Yeah, Miss McNeil is the one who actually triggered this whole thing.
She the one who started
what?
it.
Yeah. So my mom got me a sewing machine, and I started just putting the word out there to everybody. Matter of fact, I actually was the inventory. I made my own clothes.
You did.
And I would rock them to school at the time, and I would even try to do the MC Hammer dance to kind of like get the people to
Too legit.
Yeah, too legit.
Too quick.
Hey.
Too legit.
Yeah.
Hammer time. What?
So with that being said, people started coming like, "Oh, where you get that from?" And I had I had so many people out
Can
there.
you
in the
still do
hood.
it?
So,
Can you still do it?
yes, yes. It's like riding a bike. You never forget how to do that.
I
I don't
might-
do it anymore, and the sewing machines are a lot smaller than
They
were
are.
then. But I still create. You know, I may not sew them up and stuff like that, but once a vision come in mind about a look and what you want to do and how you want to do it, then yeah, I can still do that.
Yep. All right. Where is the other one?
This should be on top of your head.
It's not. It's never is.
We trust in the process, y'all.
That's what we gotta do.
We trust in the process. So just bear with us.
Okay. So the next question is, what is your favorite memory of us?
Of you and I?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you already know what that is. Our dance offs, our mini concerts in the back room of Building 1, second floor, apartment 204. In that little back room that my mom made like a den, playroom / whatever. And we used to have the little brown strobe light back there. We put Janet Jackson on, Control, What Have You Done for Me lately? And get in there, and I was the instructor, and Shaka Khan, Janelle, Cleola, who else was it? Maybe every now and then it was Cookie and Lasagna, but for the most part, it was you there all the time, along with Janelle and Cleola. And we used to have our own little group, and they were the Janet Jackson back dancers, and I was just the instructor and just getting it in. Like,
Getting it in.
that's where the name TikToker actually came into existence, because Shaka used to get out there and just do it. And I think that was our way of escaping reality, right?
For sure.
Escaping our reality out there in those projects, dealing with the day-to-day hustle and bustle and violence and all that stuff. But we had a place to go that allowed us to not only express ourselves and be creative, but also create a bond, like a family, literally a family bond.
Yeah, 100%.
It was necessary. I think
was.
all that was necessary at that time in our life. Right?
Absolutely. I knew we was going to have the same answer.
Yeah,
I knew it.
absolutely.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
You'll never forget those times. You'll never forget those days, because
And you forgot one.
What? What I forget?
Your little friend.
My little friend who?
On your little knee.
Who my friend on my knee?
Little puppet. Don't forget his ass. Because you should be like, with the puppet on Shaka, now you know you're supposed to do it. Then I tell you to do it this way. Don't forget his ass.
I'm gonna send Shaka a picture of this puppet.
Oh.
I'm gonna send you a picture of this puppet so you can actually put it up as like an interlude or something to this whole thing going on right now.
You have to.
But yeah, when I went off to college, my mom gave all that stuff away. Do you know I still had that stuff until I went off to college? I still had my Barbie dolls. I still had all my puppets and Muppets and all this stuff. So yeah, I used to have this little with the glasses.
Yup, black.
And he had a cat.
Legs hanging down.
Black legs.
And I used to be like, how in the hell she's doing this? I was just so amazed. I
used to be a
understand it.
ventriloquist.
Yes.
Yes, that's the word.
That's
I was. And
at
I used
a very young age.
to,
That's crazy.
Well, let me tell you. At a very young age, I had to hide within myself to kind of cope. That was my coping mechanism, was just being creative.
No, that was creative.
And I had Muppets and dolls and all this stuff. And so yeah, the Muppet used to talk to y'all. He was the instructor. He was my co-instructor for y'all dance.
That's why I say you
move.
can't leave him out. You can't leave him out. I
Okay.
used to watch your lips to the T, and I never seen
I
him
can't
move.
even do that no more. But yeah.
I never seen him move. I said something is wrong. My friend got superpower. I couldn't wait till I'd be like, I wanted to catch you so bad, but I never caught you.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Never caught you.
I can't believe you remember that.
I'm never going to forget that.
Oh my God, some people were scared of that. Like, you a weirdo? Like, yeah, proudly, I am a weirdo.
That was dope though. We had good times with that.
Always can pull on those times, right?
Yeah, always. Okay. What are your worst and best memories of your childhood?
My best and worst memories of my childhood. Oh wow, that's really easy, um, really personal. But it would have to be with my dad. I think my dad being present and not being present.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my entire. If I had to solidify it in one word, it would be having an absent parent and having a parent. My best memories are when my dad was around. My worst memories are was when my dad wasn't around.
That's crazy. We got the same answer again.
Yeah, I think most of us do. Most of us growing up in communities like the projects or urban America, it's just something that majority of us, and I think that was like a trauma bonding
Definitely.
catalyst for a lot of our friendships growing up out there because we were going through
So many
much
of
and
the
so
same.
many different things back then. Like, yeah, I had my stepfather who was there since I was one, but I knew who my dad was. And not having him there really, really forced me into an introvert type person where everything had to come to me. I wasn't going to it. And then, like I said, some of the happiest times in my life is being with my dad, going to Beverly movie theater, watching the Never Ending Story with him, going into the store and getting a whole bunch of candy because we ain't paying for the candy inside a movie theater.
Sure ain't.
So
Better
sneaking
bring-
all these
you better
bags
go to
in.
Rolling. You better go hit Rolling up.
Going into
Remember
the store,
Rolling?
yes.
Oh my
Getting
God,
your
penny
your
candy?
penny candy.
You better
Getting
talk
your
about it.
bags of penny candy.
Give me a
and-
little pickle. Get a pickle. Let me get a pickle.
How about the
Rolling?
sausage, the red sausage?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so yeah, it would have to be that.
Mine's just with my dad too. My dad wasn't in my life either. But my fondest my good memories with my dad too. While I'm with Tight, I got a chance to love on my dad. I got a chance to see him as a father. And I got a chance to hang out with Taik, Shoy, Tanil, all of my,
Create those new bonds too, yeah.
Exactly, because all I knew a lot was the Jeters, and it was good that my father, before he passed away, that I was able, to get to know Ricky, my Uncle Ricky, get to know Taik, get to know Shoy and Tanil. I get to, know my Garden Street is one of my goodest memories.
Yeah.
Yep, that's that street, Park City Hospital. I think both of us were born at Park City Hospital. Yep, I used to go over there, and I used to go over there a lot because I used to see my brother. I got a brother on my father's side as well, but we don't really.
I remember you talking
Chucky.
about a brother. Yep, I remember you talking about a brother a while ago.
Chucky up, and so I was so excited to be like, oh man, I got a brother. I always wanted
One
a
an
sibling.
older sibling. Yep.
That's why I was always at your house or always at Cookie House because I was the only child, and it was just boring.
Yeah. I think fathers are very, very important.
Essential. They are.
They
essential.
are. They are very. They are essential. They are necessary. Especially, and I'm not going to say just for little girls or little boys, just especially for children in general.
Yeah.
Like, you think, and then people always say, not to veer off of subject, but then people always say things like, oh, well, the mother is strong, the mother can do A, B, and C. Like, I always figured myself, like, I have sons. God would not have given me 2 sons if I was ill-equipped to raise them, take care of them, and do however, like father and mother. So I never brought into this, oh, I can't raise a son because, I'm a woman. Like, that's total BS.
Yeah.
It's total BS. Like, why can't I? Like, I've been around long enough to understand how and what a man is and ought to be. But in hindsight, yes, a father is necessary, essential to the guidance, the rearing, the security. Just a security alone.
Yeah.
Of having that male figure, that male energy helping to raise you, it's detrimental when you don't have that. It really is. It's imbalanced.
It is. And I think, when you have a son and a daughter, or if you just have 2 boys such as you, right?
Yeah.
Typically, the sons have the close relationship to the mother anyway. And so I spoke about this, and I said that the mother is a central role in the son's life because she teaches them how a woman is supposed to treat them right, and she also can help them with some emotion.
Yes. Emotional IQ.
Yeah, emotional IQ. Intelligence is very good for your sons to have.
Yeah.
So they could be available for their wives or their
Exactly.
significant others.
Exactly.
You know? And just like if a father has a daughter in the house, right?
Yes.
Daddy's little girl.
Yeah.
It's always opposite roles. So that's why both play an essential role.
Definitely.
100%.
I will say this, that, you know, I have forgiven myself for my ignorance. I have forgiven. There's a meme that's on Facebook that says, you know, you have to, we had to learn to forgive our parents because our parents were just learning, just like we were learning.
Like
they
we were
new.
learning.
Yeah.
There's no blueprint.
There's
right?
no blueprint.
No blueprint.
And so, as a disclaimer, I will say that, you know, I have forgiven myself for going through all of those different things of being ignorant and not understanding. Also forgiving my father, because you know, as I got older and had children, I understand your journey is your journey, whether you have children or not.
And we're not perfect.
And
parents.
we're not perfect parents. You do
none
the
of us
best
have
you
that
can.
narrative.
You provide out of what you have available. You give what you're able to give, and as you get older, as the child of a absent parent, like, you got to come to terms with some things in order to move on. And you know that I always say to myself, my father taught me the things not to do with my children.
Yep.
So I win either way.
Yep.
Right?
That goes to the first question. There's never regret because there's always a lesson.
There's always something useful in that pain that you can take to make you a better individual, make you a better person, and not for nothing, but at least for yourself.
100%.
Right? 100%. So, that was a great question.
100%. Okay. What happened in grade school that impacted who you are today?
Grade school? Oh my God.
Is that Longfellow?
Longfellow, Black Rock, like, those are my fondest memories. I mean, let me say something.
You could say a teacher impact.
It's not just one thing. It's not just one thing. It is a plethora of people. Like, there was such a sense of community. I didn't understand or realize that until I got older. But growing up, going to Longfellow, going to Black Rock, even going to, like, my mom had me in the and how is this thing still standing? The nuns over there by PT.
I went to the nuns too.
The nuns has been there by PT for
now why can't Mother Reverend or somebody else watch me live on the first floor? Why am I going to the nuns?
We went to
They used
the
to grab me by my
nuns.
ears.
Yes. And when I tell you that
still there.
struck, and they're still there through everything that has
every
happened
bullet.
through that project.
Do everything, yo.
These nuns be in Stop and Shop.
And they be walking through like they have a fear in the world.
Let me tell you, it started there. It started with just the community, a sense of community from the nuns over to Black Rock, over to Longfellow. Just the teachers alone, Miss Crawley, Miss Vaccarelli, Mr. Imam, Mr. Napoli, Miss Taylor, Mr. James, Obama John Meade.
Wait, hold on.
Come on now.
Do you remember the song?
Which one? It was so many of them. We got into little piles as tribes, as African tribes.
I am beautiful. I am black. I am beautiful. I am black. There is nothing that I can do. There is nothing that I can say. I am beautiful. I am beautiful. I am black.
Come on. Come on.
I just got goosebumps.
Yes.
Yo.
We had community.
Remember he said,
We had
tie booty. He used to roll us up every morning. We used to be like, yeah. He go, tie booty. Yeah. Chubby apple. Yeah. Chubby apple. Yeah. Tie booty. Yeah. Yo, we used to be
It was a
rolled
beautiful
up.
time. It was a beautiful time.
I had no idea what he was doing to
None
us
of
back
us
then.
knew. None of us knew what that was about, but he was placing in us
Man, this shit just
pride.
gave me
He
goosebumps.
was giving us structure. He was giving us everything that would have been required of us as young adults being released into society, parents, like everything. He gave us the blueprint of who we were as a person. And then not only that, look at the Gary Crooks when we used to go over to the Gary Crooks. And what was her name, Miss the Hispanic lady?
I forgot
Trina.
Trina. Oh.
Oh my God.
Her accent was thicker than gravy. Okay?
But she loved us, and
she talked her shit too.
And
she
yes,
let
she
nobody
did.
run her over.
No.
No. She nah.
She kept us in check. So we had something that I think that this generation now, they're depleted of. They don't have these community within the projects. Because we were in the projects and we had all this stuff.
We had red.
We had what? We had everything right there.
Everything
we needed was right there in our structure. And even in the midst of the dysfunction, we have function. And it worked perfectly.
It will
Kids
be
don't have that.
dysfunction. They'll put us to safety
and recalibrate us.
And soon as this go back, go back out there and finish the
and figure it out and figure out life. We're giving you what you need here to make it out there. And we were like what? 5, 6, 7, 8. We were babies, but they were literally building character.
Wow.
They were building character.
I can't believe we just said that song. I can't believe we knew it.
R.I.P. Bama Jami, love you.
Whoa, yes, first and foremost.
Yep. So, oh God, you're hitting it. You get, girl. Come on, this wig about to come off in a minute. Lord have mercy. Come on.
Oh man, that gave me goosebumps. That really did. So, I want to ask this question: what is it like being a grandmother?
A grandmother?
And do you understand why our parents let our grandkids get away with stuff we couldn't?
Oh my God, it's like poetic justice.
And this was, you remember I said Shanita, my childhood friend. So we talked about marriage. We talked about everything under the sun. The one thing that we never talked about was being grandparents.
No, we haven't.
We never even thought, we didn't even think we could, I didn't even think that far.
You didn't think that far.
We are grandparents.
We are grandparents.
And
wonderful grandparents.
Yes, we are.
I am the grandmother that my grandmother was to me. That's who I am to my grandchildren. Yep. What Miss Sarah Allen and Miss Frances Brown was to me. I am exactly that to my grandchildren. I take that very seriously. I mean, my goal is to be the matriarch. That's just, some people have goals of being Beyonce status and being this and being that and owning houses and properties. My goal is to be the matriarch. I just want to be able to instill things into my children, my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, how long the universe will have me here. I just want to be able to create human beings that are productive, good-hearted, good-spirited, and use their common sense, period. And when I say, when my first grandchild was born, Chanel, everybody on social media should already know what that's about when it comes to me and Chanel.
Let me tell you something.
It's serious. It's serious business.
I said, I was real upset that my daughter had a
God, don't talk about I'm not even going to touch that.
And then you come with a granddaughter?
Yeah.
I said, Jesus, now why you do me like that? You got your granddaughter. But look, you got the son that I always wanted. Yeah. And I got the daughter that you always wanted. Come on. So now only right to keep the pattern going. Why he gonna switch the regimen now? Can't change the game in the ninth inning. Yeah. You just can't.
It's awesome. It's a beautiful.
You got best of the both worlds.
I do. It's a beautiful experience. My son, when he first told me he was gonna have a child, I mean, let me tell you, I was afraid. I was so bad off I had to go to the hospital. Because it's not the path that I chose for him. Right? It's not the path that I chose for him. It's not the path I thought about since the day he was born, how he would go, how he would do it.
We didn't think about having kids. We didn't think about
No. And
our kids having kids?
No. Exactly. Who was thinking that far in advance?
Hold that thought. I did not know that D is a grandmother.
D who? Oh, D. Dillia D. Yeah. Her grandbaby's got to be like, what, 4?
D. I'm talking about...
D who?
Her niece D. D. And Macho. D is a grandmother.
Yes, D is a grandmother.
I did not know that until yesterday.
You see, you don't follow her on Facebook. I do. She's
so
a grandma.
Magoo was talking to her baby father, and was like, "Oh, congratulations." He was like, "Nah, this ain't mine. This is the grandbaby." Magoo said, "Oh."
All that do is to put into perspective where you at in life.
No.
Yeah, it's a marvelous thing. It's remarkable. I was heartbroken. I was confused. I was afraid. I didn't know if he was capable, if I was capable, because he was in college at the time when that happened.
Both of our kids
but I had to sit back and say to myself, Shanita, do you not have confidence in how you raised your son? This is all that you imparted in them. This is the time where everything that you have structured them around is going to show and reflect.
Now they got put the wings to test.
And then when he came with the second one, I said, shit, I ain't going back to no hospital. So you know what? Good luck, sir. Listen, this isn't, but again, everything that has been imparted in him by the community, by the family, by me, by everybody that just were full participants in his life shows in how he raised his children. He's marvelous at it. It's a beautiful process to see him with his family. And for me to sit there and be a part of that, to see what I look at as a reincarnation of just life, another whole aspect than just having your children. Yeah. Yes, I totally understand why our parents allow our grandkids.
I used to be like,
yeah, this ain't the same people.
DG, where you at? You can't. Somebody go find DG.
Yeah.
Somebody better go find her, because DG ain't
this
let
ain't
Nene.
it.
She ain't let Nene get away
Let me
with
tell
it.
you what Ernest did. Now, mind you, Mr. Militant. I'm gonna bring him up. I had to bring him up today because we got a Facebook beef, him and I.
Okay.
But this ain't new for social media. This is something we have been doing since this man has been in my life. It's just now being exposed. But me and him always have this going back and forth. Well, let me tell you, Chanel was at the house. Chanel sucks her thumb. If anyone knows Ernest Holman, they know he don't play that. He gonna put hot sauce. He gonna put nail polish. He gonna put anything. He not gonna allow you and nobody else kid around him to suck their thumb. Okay. Chanel's at the house, the GG, as he always puts up on Facebook, the GG, the great grand. And she's sitting on the couch and she's sucking his thumb. She didn't ask him permission. She's sucking her thumb on the couch at their house and stuff. He goes in there, he looks at her, he said, "Oh, baby, you fine. You can suck your thumb." The whole house stopped. Janelle looked at him. My mama looked at him. I looked at him. Janelle said, "I'm calling Shaquille." Because he tortured poor Shaquille, his son. He tortured him for sucking his thumb. He said, we all looked at him and I said, "Where is Ernest?"
Yeah, he left it. He left it. He left the
He said,
scene.
"What?" He laughing, thinking it's funny. I said, "You just told this baby she could suck her." Yeah, she fine. She fine. She could suck her thumb. Like,
he's soft now.
it's different. It's different because you see them in a different element, a different light. You see them as light, as the promise. So it's a beautiful experience, man. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I'm ecstatic and excited about having more. Like, all I imagine is having me, and this is just like you're manifesting all this. I'm gonna manifest. I'm gonna get me a California king size bed, because if y'all watch me on social media, you know everything happens in my bed. That's my
babies
living in a lap of luxury. That's my favorite space in the world, is my room and my bed. I want to have a California king size bed, and I want all my grandbabies in the bed with me watching movies and popcorn, getting the comfort, all messy and everything. That's my dream. That's my goal. That's, to me, life.
That'd be beautiful.
Right? Yeah, it is going to be beautiful. Watch.
Yeah, I love being a grandmother too with Bryson. So Bryson came home. I think Bryson was probably 5, right? And he was like, "Grandma, it's this girl in my school, in my class, and it's her birthday. I want to go buy her something." So I said, "Well, come on, let's go to Walmart." Danae just said, "Oh, wait a minute." Now, if I would have came home at 5 telling you that I had my eye on this one particular boy, you probably would have pulled out a boat.
Ain't no problem.
You would have been like, "You don't get your fast. You ain't buy."
No problem. Yeah, you would have.
I took Bryson right to Walmart, and I spent like $25 on this little girl. And it was like the best thing in the world. He came home. He said, "Grandma, thank you so much, Grandma. Thank you so much, Grandma." Danasia got this. You know, when she got you on hostage, you just gotta let her.
Oh, she still do that? Like this? That look like that?
Bryson too. And Bryson came home. He said, "Grandma, I gave it to her. She was so happy. Thank you, Grandma. You made my day." Gave me chills.
Okay, what'd that do for you? That's
I
life.
I gave him life. If
That's
it's a
life.
moment
And he gave
where
you life, right?
exactly, and he was like, "Grandma, you the best grandma in the whole wide world."
I live for that.
And then DG be like, I said, "It's a difference. It's grand and it's
And there's
great.
great grands.
Okay, you got to stop by here 1st
Mm-hmm.
Then
And I feel like this, at the end of the day, if I didn't ask for the title, I was given the title to be grand.
that part.
Okay? I ain't the mama. I ain't the daddy.
Nope.
I raised mine.
We weren't there.
Okay? I raised mine. So, yes, I'm doing exactly what I ought to be doing as a grandparent. I'm instilling nurture. I'm giving nurture. I'm instilling,
Which is
morals
really
and all
essential.
that. And I'm tweaking some discipline too. But that ain't ultimately my job.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
your
not.
job. You're the parent.
Yeah.
You gotta delegate all that.
Yeah.
Don't try to take my enjoyment away from me. Like, well, you didn't do that to me. You also weren't my grandchild.
Yeah. And then kids too, right? Because I would discipline Bryson, but let me do something that's out of the way. She'll be like, well, that's my son. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that. Because when he do 5 cartwheels in his living room in 5 minutes, don't call me to regulate. Because
You absolutely.
you can't have a discretion, right? When you want me to be involved.
No,
When you
no.
want, that's my son. Keep that same energy.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting for it too.
Yeah. I mean, I know my son probably thinks that I try not to overstep my boundaries. I try to delegate and understand, how far to go with both the kids and stuff. But when things are necessary and required, and again, you two have not been this way before. I've done it.
Yeah.
I came, I saw, I conquered.
Sold out.
Okay.
Seeds, by the
so
way.
at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. If you don't want my advice, that's one thing, but don't ask me not to give it. Oh, I'm definitely going to share it.
I'm gonna give it to you whether you
want it or not. You don't have to take my advice.
Especially
you don't have
if
to listen.
it's in the best interest. I'm
Right.
definitely telling you. And if I gotta,
Right. Because when you sending them to me now, I got to deal with all this reconstruction and recalibrating, and I don't have time for that. I had the kids Friday night. Chanel called and said, "Oh, damn, I want to have movie night." And it's, Friday's me and my husband's days. That's our Friday. So we out doing us. So I called him up. I said, he at the barbershop. I said, John, I ain't going to be able to hang tonight. He said, what's going on? Shaking my head. I said, Chanel, the girl wants to have movie night. And so, yeah, he went on and, did what he had to do. And both the kids came over. And let me tell you, it was a beautiful time.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful time.
Beautiful time was had.
Listen, we watched the Goonies.
Aww.
We watched the Gremlins.
I watched the Goonies with Bryson. I didn't watch the Gremlins with him.
We watched the Never Ending Story.
I like that. I didn't watch the Gremlins.
And she's
with
been
him.
hooked on Lean on Me.
Okay.
No, is it Lean on Me? Stand by Me.
Okay. Lean on Me is a good movie though.
Yeah, that is a good movie. Probably a little advanced for her, but Stand on Me.
Okay.
And she had me watch that, and then we watched it morning. I said, "What is her attraction? What is her attraction
You said
to
if
this
she
movie?"
if we watch this one more time.
One more time. We went to bed watching it. Damn, I put Lean on Me. And this is something I showed her a month ago. And every time we gonna watch Stand by Me.
You'd be surprised how movies can be so transparent through the kids, and this is how they learn social skills. This is how they learn how to, be able to do things. Sometimes it don't come from us.
It doesn't.
It could come from a movie.
And I'm asking myself, why this movie? Because you would think like, we even watched Popeye, the actual movie, not the cartoon, but the actual movie, because that was one of my favorite movies that I grew up watching. And she was kind of, not that interested. Can we watch Stand By Me? Can we watch? I'm like, this movie, the content.
Something is touching her.
Yeah, like you're freaking
Let them use you.
four.
Let them use her.
The content, even some words and some things, I'm sitting there like, but I'm like, you know what? She has to be exposed to these things regardless. She has to be exposed to them. But I'm asking her, what are you taking from this? What are you taking from that?
So
and she's sharing with me things that are
cognitive.
actually, and I'm sitting there like, whoa, okay, all right. So yeah, grandchildren are the best. They're beautiful. I wouldn't change it for the world.
That part. This is a question. What was it like going to Longfellow School, and how did you feel when the school was rebuilt and renamed?
Longfellow was our second home. Longfellow was a home. It wasn't a school.
It wasn't.
It was a home. It was family. It was structure. Whatever we didn't get at home, we got at school.
We did.
So, I mean, it was a huge influence and a huge impact on my life. And I know a lot of my peers, it was just something different. You really don't get that feeling in schools anymore.
No.
When I was taking my kids to school, and maybe I was just outdated myself, but that sense of, again, community and teachers actually being the second parents, that role was taken seriously. They had us kids in line. Don't get me wrong. We had peers back then that were out of control in the projects and stealing cars and this, that. But guess what? When they went to Longfellow, they knew who to play with.
Yep.
They knew what teachers they
You better not.
You better
Rich,
not.
Miss McNeil. Shout out to Miss McNeil.
Miss McNeil, yes.
Ooh.
Applaud on that. You need to hit that button. Huh?
Miss McNeil. Wrench around there if you want to. Miss McNeil was, her height was intimidated, her voice.
What?
And
Her
she
size?
Her size, and she just came in like crumping, like,
Try me.
try me.
Try me.
You try Miss McNeil if you want to.
So it was awesome. But I will say when it was renamed, was it Tisdale? Miss Tisdale had, from what I gathered,
It's not Tisdale, it's Reverend Clater.
Reverend Clater now, but Tisdale was the
Tisdale
At some
Tisdale
point-
is at they built Tisdale
On the East End.
On the East End.
But she was the principal, wasn't she?
She
at some
was the
point
principal.
over there at Longfellow.
She was the principal at Longfellow.
And that's what those kids need. They
Yeah.
need
Oh, Mr. Posey.
Mr. Posey.
Mr. Posey back then, Mr. Posey was able to beat us with a paddle.
Yes, a paddle. We got in that office and he took that paddle out.
He
Just
showed
think
us.
now today that would be child abuse.
Principal will lose his license. He won't be able to teach another. He won't be able to counsel another nothing.
No, he actually
He
had
actually
the
had
right
a paddle.
to paddle you, and parents didn't get all bent out of shape.
Remember the
Parents-
secretary, Miss Moore?
I still have dreams about that era. I still have dreams about going in that office with the secretary, going in that office
She
with
was
Mr.
so pretty.
Posey. Yes.
Chocolate, nice shade.
Yeah. Those were good
Beautiful.
times.
Remember that song we made? Well, no, I forgot. You don't know the song because you
Was what?
was a little ahead of my time. You was in a different.
What song you talking about?
We made a song. It was was it a Halloween song? I'm the Halloween machine. Yeah, because you wasn't in my.
I wasn't in your. I was ahead of you. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why you probably don't remember
I don't
the song.
remember it.
Yeah, but we did perform it, and then we had some of us was mimicking the
Now, if you talk about
security
Fly with
voice.
Eagles,
No, Fly with Eagles. I know you know.
that was our
That
graduation
was the
song.
graduation. That's everybody's graduation song.
I heard it through the grapevine.
Mhm.
Oh my God,
We did.
It was a beautiful time.
It was
a beautiful time.
You know, I have never been in Reverend Clater's school yet. I've never been there.
Me either.
I haven't been in there. I felt some.
You felt some type of way about it being rebuilt and changed and everything?
I'm not gonna say I felt some type of way, but I did. Like I did. There was some emotion because that's what the childhood. You know, that's my childhood memories.
Yeah.
The school, like how you in Mr. Nat class and you go from teaching social studies to ducking.
Bullets. Oh my God.
We have bulletproof windows at our school.
Well, let's not even talk about when we used to hear the shootouts and they have to lock us down, and you can't
Yeah.
even. And school could be over, and they're not even letting you out
They're not even letting you know.
to go home across the street to the projects. Okay, or you had to get under your desk and stuff like that. Here is the beautiful chaos about growing up in that era. We had dualism, we had balance, we had the good and we had the
bad.
awful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
It kept us.
these
grounded.
teachers and these people in our
What?
life,
Miss Taylor would walk
What?
right up in building one.
Mr. Knapp too.
All of them. Mr. J, Miss Tisdale.
How about Mr. Jameson? But what was the music teacher? The guy. He was big, heavy set with the beard.
Miss Graham was the music teacher.
No, it was another music teacher before Miss Graham. It was a guy. He was heavy set.
I
Miss
do
Graham
remember
actually took his place. He
place.
looked like Barry White to me.
Yeah, he had big eyes.
Yes, I can't
a
remember
beard,
his name, but even
brown
him,
skin.
like these teachers advocated for their students, and
Right.
and I would tell you something. I think back then, and it might not be a fair assessment, but back then we had it way harder than these kids now. Because back then it was open season. People were running up to cars selling that stuff. Remember the cars used to drive up and they used to jump over the hoods. You'd be like 6 and 7 to a car. We grew up watching this, walking into this from school, from grade school, watching this open market
Soon as you step outside
of destruction,
the building, it was destruction
going on.
Soon as you walk, you don't even got to cross the street.
Yeah, if you didn't have the mental stability,
they sold drugs in front of the school.
Yes. How can you? Longfellow's right here. The projects is right here.
It was just going on.
The sisters is right here.
It was going
the
on.
mini is right
The
here.
nuns was right there.
The nuns. So
I wonder what they I wonder what they took for cover.
And they heard all of it. Everything we heard, they heard.
Yes, they did.
The stolen cars. So I mean, we needed that. You know, we needed that structure. We needed that balance. We needed that duality between what you're getting out of your community, out of your household, out of your family and friends. You also needed that out of your teachers, and they gave us all of that. They gave us everything we needed to survive and to make it, you know? So I didn't feel any type of way. I just thought that, you know, it maybe have been
I got a little
time.
emotional when they was knocking it down. I was like, oh.
Did you really?
My school is gone.
It was time to be rebuilt, though.
It was time.
That school was old.
It was.
And raggedy.
Long for love.
And they did an awesome job. I think it looks. I haven't been in
long.
it, but it looks really nice.
Song?
What?
Long fellow school.
Oh,
That was the one I'm talking about. Long for love. Long for love. Long for love. And it was a rap.
yeah. I don't like the fact that they took the name away.
Yeah, they took the name.
But it definitely held its purpose on what it was supposed to do for us.
It did. They gave us a place. Yep. We can do one more question. That's the one I want to ask you. Where is it?
Make it good. Get personal. Let's get personal up here.
Okay.
Get personal.
Okay. Why do you think we kept going through life experiencing repeatedly and keep asking our higher power, how many times I gotta go through this so I could get better
That's
results?
a juicy one. That's a good one. That's a really, really good one. Again, ignorance. Let me tell you something. What I have learned through my experience and through my journey and trusting my process is that your consciousness, your higher being, your higher self is always there, will always be there, has been there with you since birth, and you know it, and I know it. Everyone knows it. You done heard this voice 10 times telling you which way to go and what to do, and you choose to
you
ignore
still go back
it.
and touch the stove and you get burned
Because
again.
you want to, the heart wants what the heart wants. I think the worst advice anyone could be given is to follow your heart. That's the worst advice because the heart is nothing more than ego. It's pliable. It can change and be formed any way you want it. But the mind, the consciousness, your higher self, that thing right there, it is what it is. It's not going to conform. It is not going to change. It's not going to switch up on you. But what we do, we follow our hearts instead of following education, following knowledge, following what you know. You know better. You're born with that. No one has to, most of us are born with that. You don't have to be taught this thing. So yeah, we go through a repetitive learning process until you get it, until you get the point. You're going to continue to go through things in life over and over and over again until you stop following the wrong things. And try to get your heart and your mind in sequence. Try to get them to work
You gotta do
together.
inventory.
You got to do the work.
You gotta do the inventory.
And forgive yourself because, again, you ain't never been these ages before. You ain't never been born before. You ain't never been these things before. So you have to learn. You have to fall a couple of times before you fly. But once it does click, and if you still ignoring it at that time,
then you just a gluten for punishment.
you don't deserve any sympathy.
Yeah.
You don't, because you need to get it together. There's a lot of us that are still walking around 15 years old and 50-year-old bodies.
Yes.
There's a lot of us still walking around 20 years old and 40-year-old bodies.
Yeah.
Why is that? What are you so afraid of letting go of? And then you wonder why you still are where you are. There's no reason you should still be in the same place mentally, physically, spiritually that you were 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Something has to change.
The lack of emotional intelligence
Definitely.
is it does you a disservice.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, all of the stuff that I went through, my emotional intelligence is so high. And times when I have a conversation with somebody, like you and I, we did the footwork already.
Mm-hmm.
We done seen what a storm looked like.
Mm-hmm. A few of them.
Right. But a person who hasn't gotten there will look at us like we're like, why are you the only person that can hear Whoopi? It's like ghost. Like they don't get it.
They're not gonna get it.
And it's like, what are you talking about?
They're not gonna get, and it's not your place to delegate or bring people through.
People try to intervene with the human life and the human body, thinking that they come in. You can't. Even as parents, we'll get mad at our kids and we'll punish them. You cannot stop the human body from doing what it's doing.
Right, you got to let it go
just
through
because
the
you're
process.
A parent. Oh, I'm the parent, so I said okay.
Well, that
and
runs
watch
out
he sneak back out the window again.
Yeah, that runs out by the time the kid is 18 years old. When they do what they do, it is
how
what
that's
it
gonna
is.
work? That don't work no more at that age.
No. But it don't work for you yourself as an individual. You talk about trying to discipline your children. Try disciplining yourself. Try some self-discipline. Try telling yourself at some point, okay, I'm at this point in my life where I should not still be caring about people not liking me.
Self-awareness.
Okay, like I'm at this point in my life where I should not be caring about, what this person have versus what I'm at this point in my life where I should not even be comparing myself to someone else. I'm at this point in my life where I should be comfortable with who I am, where I am, and where I'm going.
Yeah.
And if you're not there yet, then you need to start doing the work and figuring it out.
Yeah.
Because if it is nothing worse to me in the world than looking at someone who is still stuck.
Yeah. Because they're never gonna get a different result unless you change the regimen. 5 + 5 is 10.
Again, it's their process. You can't intervene in someone else's process.
People, that's what I'm saying. Parents, friends, sisters, husbands, wives. You could have a husband who is, on substance abuse, unfortunately. But as a wife, you think you got the power. Says, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to take the kids away from you. None of that. You cannot stop it.
No.
It has to take its natural course.
Right. And you have to trust
You got to trust the process.
Trust the process. Trust
the process.
Your prayers. Trust that it will come to the conclusion that you wanted to come to.
Because now you don't stress yourself out as a husband, as a wife, or as a parent. Because you don't pop a couple veins out of here, and now you wondering why your blood pressure is high, and you're having all of these palpitations and stuff. Like you gotta, so.
Yeah.
But this was good.
This was beautiful. And listen, I'm just gonna say this and ending. I thank you for the invite. I thank you for doing this. I thank you for having me on. I'm so happy for you, Shaka. I really, really am happy for you. I mean, you've always been a big personality. You've always been big energy. You have to go there. And I just hope that you allow the process to continue. I just hope that you are open to what's ready for you and what's to come. And just don't forget me because I want to go for the ride.
Never.
I don't mind being shotgun.
I'm never going to fish.
Trust that.
I can't leave my sniper. I love you.
Baby.
All right, y'all. So, she's going to make me cry.
Aw.
But anyway, welcome. Thank you, Trust the Process. Again, I'm honored too. We've known each other for forever, so the feeling is mutual to have you on here and to have you as my first guest.
For your YouTube, and what's the
She's
YouTube
the first
page
guest.
gonna be?
The YouTube is Trust the Process with Shaka Khan. The title is gonna be Childhood Friendship Sisters and Life Experiences. That's gonna be the title. So I'm looking forward for everybody to go home.
When should we be expecting this?
We should be expecting it within like a week or so. We just got to do the edits, put everything together. But we will be leaking some of the footage here that we have as clips. So we could give people an idea of what type of vibes we got on
so
going on. So
get on it, guys. Like the page, share the page, like it, run them numbers up for Shaka Khan.
Go to it and watch it. And let's
make it happen.
And let's continue to trust the process.
Amen.
Shanita Allen.
Ashe.
Hicks. I love you.
I love you more, baby. Thank you.